And now for something completely different. We are playing a game, I'm going on a trip, and I'm taking, as you can see, there's a lot of things on the workbench. I'm trying to make a list of things that could be very handy if something happens with one of the rigs on vacation. Most important, probably, I need more reading glasses to see what I'm saying or what I'm doing on the rigs. There are some tools. Of course, you want to have a nut driver, a 7 and an 8mm one. You want to have your normal 2mm, 1.5 and a 2.5. I must not forget that one. And I'm also taking a 1.3mm because I don't know if there's any screws 1.3. You want your shock pliers, Knipex. There's tweezers over here. There's an X-Acto knife, a normal knife, and then these pliers. I like to take these ones with me because they often help me with to bring a nut in a position which I can't reach with my fingers. So I take this with me. Then on the top side, this is all material stuff to work with. A caliper. I'm leaving the good one at home, but this is a cheap one. I'm taking that one. Suppose I break stuff, then we have a spare gearbox. There is a OD3 gearbox in Compi. That's the open one, the carbon one, the open one. So this is a closed one. That's an 18% overdrive, underdrive gearbox. But I also have this, and that's Mia's 18% OD gearbox. And I think I will be able to drill some holes in the skid to make this one work. Outputs look the same, so I think I'm going to go for the Mia's one. The Mia's one is also in this build from Dries, and so far it sounds really good. Suppose I need to grease something, I better take this with me, which is red and tacky, and then of course this liquid moly grease. That's gonna be more than enough. I will put it in a plastic bag. Servos, three, and there are servo horns on them, and 3 more over here. I don't take my chances with servos and servo horns. Me being mechanical cautious, yeah, even in that case, I tend to break a servo every now and then. You never know if your receiver stops working, or if it gets very wet and then it breaks down. So spare receiver, wheel nuts, body clips. If you have these screw-on clips, take a spare set. Then a broad assortment of screws. That's a bag that's over here on the bench, and that collects loose screws. So I think there's gonna be enough in here. If you need to lock that screw, there's Loctite 248. Or if something needs to be really tight, there's a super glue. All things you need. Something to check your batteries. Of course, we take a charger, the iMars D300, and some batteries. That goes without speaking. If we do need to do more repairs, there's always some zip ties. Suppose we lose other stuff, then is this the screw pins that are in the drive shafts. These are GoPro Start Recording. These are the pins behind the hexes from the wheels. Maybe I need to take a set of spare hexes also. Kingpin screws, very important. If you lose one, you can stop driving. You never know if you break a motor. So this one, it's just a surpass. It will pass in, I take 2 rigs with me. We will come back on that later. It will match, it will fit in both of them. And then there's this new to be tested Neep RC AM32 controller. Not sure if there's something to connect it with the laptop, so I'm taking the complete assortment just to be sure that I can hook it up to the laptop. We take a laptop with us. What else is on this bench? Maybe you've seen it. We have some shocks from Power Hobbies. These are brand new. They still need to be tested. They are internally sprung because I'm sure about the shocks on one of the cars, but the other one is testing the S095 Pro shocks from Rhino, and I've seen messages that on the internet that the seal packs blow out, and then there you are. So I'm just taking a complete set of new shocks with me. Shock oil. The guy who recommended this to me says 20 weight should be good for the shocks. What else do I want to say about the shocks? I ordered them in the US as per usual. I ordered 2 sets actually. Price was perfect, spot on, as we often see in the US. European market is way more expensive for this hobby, but yeah, I needed to pay between $30 or $40 import taxes. It's just getting crazy, these taxes. It's not fun anymore. I might take some ethanol to clean things up. That's always, and some degreaser. That's also a good idea to bring with me. Yeah, the motor. Yeah, the gearbox can break, the motor can break, but maybe the pinion gear breaks. And I know one of the rigs is belt driven. That's not going to be a problem, but the other one is has a 12 tooth or 48 pitch. So we will take one of these with us. I was telling you, these holes don't match with the skids, so I might need to drill new ones. You better bring yourself an assortment of small drills so you can do that. Suppose you have to cut in something, just take one of these with some cutting discs. That's always handy. Things we forgot: rod ends, these balls, pivot balls, and more rod ends. So I will see which ones are on the vehicles and act accordingly. And then last but not least, there's these set screws, M3, M4. Maybe these. There will be some of these nuts in this box, but maybe I'll put a few more in it. So just to make sure, I'm not gonna take all the boxes. I'm gonna gamble on the things I think can happen most. If I lose a wheel screw, so be it. That is not that important. As I said before, I try to be mechanical cautious, but you never know in the heat of the fight when you think, yes, I can do it, and then apparently not, as that per usually goes. I might break something. Radios, very important. I probably will not forget radios. The radios do have batteries. I will take a spare battery with me. If you want to see, it's these ones with the JST plugs. So I take a spare one. All my radios run these. So we bring a spare one, and then that's magnetic. Yeah, there's a mount on here to put my new recording device on. I was gonna say something else, and now I forgot. Yeah, that's how it goes when you get older. Laptop, yeah, USB cable, but you must be sure you bring not just a charging cable, but a data cable, because otherwise this is not going to work. What else? Oh yes, there is the cars. Very important. The cars we take with us. Compy is coming with us. Mantis based. Can we get him somehow in the picture? I don't know if you can see him somehow. So yeah, you must have seen him in some videos. That one is coming with us because we want to do some testing on the straight Mios axles. And then we take a Capra based build, which is Buger. That's a little bit of a bigger boy, 333 wheelbase. There's a video about him also, and probably during the holidays you will see these two rigs in shorts. That's what I'm aiming for. I got one piece of advice of someone, and he said whenever something happens, it's very important to keep an analytical and calm state of mind, because that's already solving half of the problem. And yeah, I can't debate with that. I think that's head on. If you think, Mr. ReVolt, you really missed this or that, please put it in the comments. It will not be helpful this year because when you see this, I'm already probably somewhere halfway my vacation. But I'm making a list, and then I can use that for next year. And as I say that, this one is to drive rod ends on your links. Yep. let's bring that one. Now I see it. Always handy to have in your pocket one of these old school Tamiya nut drivers. Yeah, I can keep looking around me and I will see more things, but I think this is it. This is the most important thing. There will be spare tires because there's a few tires I want to test in other environments than on my slick river rocks. I don't think I have much more in this one. Just wanted to show you, yeah, this is the stuff I'm taking with me in case I need to repair something. Okay, no more in this one. Hope to see you on the next one. See you all then. Bye.